Hey guys, this is Ian back with another video, and today I'm going to unbox and review this RK68 from Royal Kludge. As you can know, I previously unboxed this RK61, and if you guys are interested in this unboxing, do check out the link up above. Okay, but this keyboard, I unboxed it a few years ago, and till date it's working very well for me, so I bought myself another keyboard, all right, which is the RK68. So what's the difference between this RK68 and the RK61? So basically it's the keys, the arrow keys here. For the RK61, the arrow keys are not dedicated, so in order to enable the arrow keys, you need to press down the function key, and then you need to then you will be able to activate the arrow keys. But for this RK68, you won't need to do that. Okay, so let's open this up, see what's inside the box, try it out, go through all the functions, and I'll let you guys know what I think of these RK68. But before I do that, I hope you guys can subscribe to my channel and click on the bell so that you get notified of my future videos. Alright, so let's open this up. It's pretty simple unboxing actually. Nothing much to this keyboard. The keyboard is right here. I bought the white version. There are two colors, the white and the black. Okay, so this is the user manual here, and this user manual is very useful. So let's go through this manual later. On the inside here, they do give you an extra key extractor, a keycap extractor. It can also extract the stabilizer. Okay, so on one side here is to extract the switch, and on the other side here is actually to extract the stabilizer. They do give extra switches, and by the way, this keyboard I bought it with the blue switch. I like the clicky sound, so yeah, I bought the blue switch. And they do provide a USB cable whereby you can connect this keyboard wired to your computer or Mac. Okay, so let's put that one side and let's take a look at the keyboard. All right, so I like white. Previously I bought the black one, but I'm okay with the black, but I prefer the white. Okay, so this is the RK68, a very nice keyboard. As you can see on the side angle here, you can see that the keyboard has got a nice slope to it, an angle to it. Unfortunately, it does not have an extension feet at the bottom, but I'm okay with that. I'm used to the angle of the RK61. As you can see, is a bit elevated at the back here. So I think in terms of comfort and elevation, I'm pretty comfortable at typing at this angle. Okay, so as you can tell, there is an extra row of keys on this side. Let me just bring in the RK61 just to compare. Okay, so as you can see, the RK61 doesn't have this extra row of keys. So for this extra row of keys here, you have your print screen, your delete, your page up, page down, and the arrow key. So for now, I do not need to press the function key in order to enable the arrow keys. It's by default enabled, and it's a dedicated key. And smartly enough, RK has used this arrow keys to be the adjustments for the RGB light, which I'll talk about later. Okay, so this is the RK61, which I love very much. Unfortunately, it did not serve the purpose for me because I use the arrow keys a lot. Alright, so let's take a look at this keyboard. So basically this keyboard, which is the RK68, it does come with a built-in battery, and the built-in battery takes about 3 hours to charge, and it will last you about 2 weeks of usage depending on your mileage. If you use it 8 hours a day, obviously it will not last as long. Okay, so over here you get the on-off switch for the Bluetooth Bluetooth. Okay, so it's a Bluetooth keyboard. It's a mechanical Bluetooth keyboard. You've got rubber feet here so that it prevents the keyboard from moving around. On the front here is basically the logo of the keyboard and the branding. At the back here, you do get the USB-C charging port. At the same time, this is the wired option when you are connected to your PC or your Mac. Okay, so if you want to have the wired option, you don't want to go through Bluetooth, then this is the port to connect to. Okay, so very simple for this keyboard. All you need to do is to turn it on, okay, and the Bluetooth function will be enabled. And as you can see here, there's a light blinking here, which means that it's actually looking for a Bluetooth device to connect to. So you're on your laptop, on your Mac, even your phone, just go to your Bluetooth function and search for the RK68 and just connect to it. And this Bluetooth keyboard can connect to up to 3 different devices, which you can see here. You have 1, 2, and 3. And in order to switch between the devices, all you need to do is press the function key and press the corresponding keys so that you can switch to the different devices. Okay, since we are on that, let's just move to the manual, which will also show the different functions of that. So in order to switch between your devices, it says here 1 short press, function and Q, W, and E is to switch, and to long press, you press the function key, Q, W, and E. Right? So if you want to switch to, for example, your iPhone, which is on the second device, then you press short press the function key and W, and once it's on that number 2, you then press long press. Okay, pretty straightforward to that. Okay, and this keyboard does have backlit. Okay, so this has a RGB, okay, RGB light, which I will now turn off my lights to demonstrate this RGB light. Okay, so you, in order to change the pattern, okay, the mode, the backlit mode, you press the function key plus the backslash, which is right here. Okay, and as you can see, the color is changing. So you can change up to about 20 different patterns. Okay, this is one pattern here. Change to another one. Okay, this is another one. Okay, this is a full green pattern. As you can see from my previous keyboard, which is the RK61, this only has yellow color, and there's only one color to this keyboard. But now I do have RGB, which is multicolored RGB for this keyboard, and it will display many different patterns and many different colors. So as I cycle through the different patterns, you guys can see all the different beautiful patterns and the display of the RGB LED lights. Okay, so there's a lot of patterns to play around with, and you can choose to your heart's desire. Now, in order to change the brightness of the LED light, all you need to do is press down the function key and the up arrow key, and if it flashes as you press, it means that it's at the maximum brightness. Or you can lower the brightness by pressing the down arrow key. Okay, and this is the dimmest. Okay, so it's not as bright as the previous one. Okay, so as you can see, now the brightness is to the max. Okay, and I can increase the speed of the running pattern. Okay, so to increase the running speed of the pattern, just function and arrow key to the right, and to decrease the pattern, the speed of the pattern, okay, just move press the function key and arrow key to the left. Okay, so you can play around with this. Okay, so on the manual itself, it will show you some of the functions which I demonstrated earlier, and you can just read through the manual. It's pretty straightforward, and there are a lot of information in here. And for Windows, there's some dedicated keys also for Windows for the multimedia, and at the same time for Mac as well. Okay, so you can read through all these functions. Now let's talk about the switches. So this is the blue switch, which I do like very much. There is the brown switch as well, which I didn't get, but I do like that tactile feel and that clicky sound when I'm typing. So maybe I'll just put my microphone closer to the keyboard so you can hear the clickiness of the keyboard when I'm typing. Okay, so as you can see, this keyboard, this mechanical keyboard is pretty clicky, and I do like that clickiness of this mechanical keyboard. So if you guys are looking for a mechanical keyboard, I do recommend you to get the RK68 if you use the arrow keys very often. So for me, I use the arrow keys very often when I'm using Word or documents like Excel, or even playing games, simple games whereby I need to give it a direction or something like that. So the arrow keys are very important to me, and I do recommend the RK68. Okay, so this is a very quick unboxing and review of this keyboard. There's a lot more to this keyboard which I can go through in future videos in terms of customizing it, changing out the switches, changing out the keycaps, which I just did on this one. So as you can see, I changed out the keycaps for the RK61 to the matcha design, and it's a pretty nice keycap, and I like it very much. So which I can do the same for this RK68. Basically, I just got it new, so I'm gonna get used to these keycaps before I start customizing the keys, start customizing the switches, and making some modifications and lubricating the stabilizers on these mechanical keyboards. Alright, so that's it for this video. If you guys have any comments, do leave it down in the comment section below. And also, if you are interested to get this for yourself, do check out the link down in the description below. Alright, so thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.